Hey everyone, it's Sunday, so guess what that means? Yep, as you can see by the title below, and maybe you just guessed, obviously, this is Anime Kingdom Review on boom, episode 19 of ReZero, and yes, you can see I'm really happy, because after all of the suffering that we have seen Subaru go through, after all the craziness, all that crap, last week's episode was so nice, it was beautiful. I have to admit, obviously, you know, like, what the hell? He ends up rejecting Rem. I know a lot of people were mad at that part, but still, it did such a good job and definitely was the turning point for everything. This episode especially felt really well done. It was pretty much just like, this is the point. We finally get Subaru back to his normal self. Last week's episode, he was still kind of down in the dumps, obviously, like a lot, until Rem finally changed him. And because of that whole episode, because of what Rem has said, he is finally back to his normal self, pretty much. Just probably a lot better now, because now he knows his weaknesses and he knows what he has to do. He knows that, sure, he can't do this alone, he can't do that, he can't do this. He's not thinking all about his pride and everything. But now you see that he's finally gained his shit together. He's got, like, after all the shit that he's gone through, this episode was such a good episode for him to finally get, like, recognized and acknowledged by all these people thanking him, seeing that, you know, he's not just like a useless, he's not just useless, you know. But yeah, this episode, of course, is pretty much the calm before the storm. It's time to hunt the damn white whale. It's like Moby Dick pretty much going on right here in this one, and it was just a pretty cool episode. Like I said before, I was wondering what was going to happen after you know, he ended up dying the first time. The next episode ended up being Rem pretty much having that full dialogue with him, and it was beautiful, like I said before. And I swear, it makes you think so much. Like, she is literally the best girl, man. Like, I loved Amelia at the beginning of this show, and then they just showed so much of Rem and made Rem look so perfect. She's the perfect girl, dude. Even in this episode, like, Amelia, she always had like those moments where she's like, she couldn't believe him. She wanted to believe him, and he, of course, you know, he can't say anything about all this kind of stuff. Why he's doing this, why he's acting like this, because obviously he would, you know, start to feel something grabbing his heart. It would kill him. If not that, all of a sudden, you know, we saw in not last week's episode, but the episode before that, we saw Amelia end up dying. So there's nothing for him to do. And while Amelia would be the type of person like, no, if you can't tell me, then I can't do this. Rem, even though she knows that he can't tell her, she understands. She's willing to stay by his side, willing to do all this kind of stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. I mean, Amelia's beautiful. She's cute. She's really, you know, she's an awesome person as well at certain things. But Rem seems so perfect right now. Like, how can you not? Like, oh my gosh, how can you reject Rem? She's the best girl. But yeah, before I start going off about Rem being the best girl, that's not even what the whole episode is about. Like I said before, this was the calm before the storm. I was wondering what was going to happen after everything. Was he going to start to try and negotiate with people? And yes, that is what happens. He doesn't go to that one girl, I keep forgetting her name, the one that pretty much said lick her feet. He doesn't go to her, he goes to Krush instead, to which he uses the white whale as a use for her, along with like mining kind of stuff as well, to pretty much, he finally learned about the negotiation thing. You bring what the other person wants to the table. You get ready for negotiation before they do. And he was ready. He had his, you know, his whole thing, what he was going to say, his media, which was of course his phone. He even had Anastasia and I forget the other guy's name, the merchant guy, come in as well to back him up. They're both going along with it as well. They have a huge alliance. We see the old guy also, I think is William, I forget his name. I don't know how he said it, but he was also happy. Obviously, he's saying, this is one thing that I don't understand. Before I get on to more of the negotiation part, I want to talk about the old guy, on him saying that he wants revenge on the white whale because his wife was taken away from him by the white whale. That doesn't make sense to me, because I could have sworn when the white whale kills someone, it completely erases their existence. You saw the guy on the carriage next to him when he died, and he Subaru was like, hey, she's gone, and he's gone. What happened? They're like, what are you talking about? I don't know anyone about that. He was gone. Then when Rem died, she was completely gone. No one even remembered her or knew her. Her room was completely gone. So it's kind of got me like feeling like he's lying, and there's something going on behind the scenes that I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's for the good or for the bad, but he's kind of got me a little like, what is his real, like, why is he really, lying like this? What is his real, what is he really trying to do here? And now you may say, hey, Subaru remembered, so of course he would remember, but other people always, like we talked about before in the other one, they talked about the Master Swordsman dying. Even everyone else acknowledges his wife and everything, so it's not like all of a sudden it's only him that remembers. Everyone remembers his wife, so I don't know, it's weird, because, and Subaru didn't, see that either, even though he knows what happened to, Rem when she died from the white whale. So that part really bugged me, and like I don't know if it's gonna be something later on in the story that we see. Maybe he ends up betraying them, the old guy ends up betraying them or something, and something going on there. Maybe the white whale, before, we saw in the last episode, not last episode, but the last episode, when Puck was fighting and the white whale was coming. White whale was known as I forget what the white whale was known as. One of the seven sins though, and pretty much it's possible. Obviously we see who, Beetlejuice dude is a human, so maybe the white whale used to be human, and maybe the white whale is actually his wife. I don't know, that's completely thrown out there. Pretty sure it's not, because the white whale was there for like a long time, so I don't think that's it. But it's still just, it's really weird that it doesn't make sense how the white whale killed his wife, and she's still known to everyone by that fact. So that one really bugs me and irritates me, but maybe we'll get more in on that later in the future. But yeah, let's talk about everything else that happened in this episode now besides that part. Negotiations. He was able to negotiate with Karush, get her to end up working along with him by his side. We learn a little bit more about her power, of course, knowing that she can pretty much see the wind around someone, and she could tell if someone's lying. So she could tell that, even though she has a lot of questions, and I'd be the same way, like, how do you know this, what do you know, why that, why this, why that, and talking about the phone and everything, like, oh, this thing's gonna be able to figure out where the white whale is, and when it's coming. But she ends up trusting him just because of her power, and it's pretty funny seeing her later on, like, I haven't really thought of, like, judged my power is going wrong in like a long time or something like that, like ever, pretty much. So she's even doubting her powers at the moment. That's what I was looking for, doubting. But it's pretty funny to see that, like, because he even says, like, mob beasts are attracted to me and blah blah blah, and she's like, oh, I believe you because the wind, but I never doubted. Like, seriously, I'd be like that too. Like, really? That's convenient. That's how it is. Why would they be attracted to him? So it makes sense that she would feel like that. And there's a lot of cute, funny moments in here as well. It's definitely a more uplifting episode. Everyone's happy. People are thanking him, like, thank you. We now have a chance to kill the white whale, because the white whale has killed so many people, terrorized the land for how long. And you even see during Karush's speech, there was someone like he was holding his fist so tightly that his nails were digging in to his hand and he was bleeding. So the white whale has definitely terrorized and killed so many people and ruined lives for so many people, that it's awesome to see though that all these people are acknowledging and thanking Subaru after everything that's gone, to him. He deserves this, and he's definitely going on the right path this time. He's definitely not messing up, and like it's good to see that he's now, like we said before, we're gonna finally get some more better character development. He's not gonna be the way he was before. He's gonna be a better character in the end, and this episode is definitely showing he is definitely a much better character than he was before. So what else was there? It was funny and cute. The Rem part, that was pretty cute. Rem getting a little jealous and having that moment, like, just with a dragon kind of thing. What the hell? And he also, that was the dragon he saw before with Amelia, and that those dragons are extremely prideful or something, Rem said. So there's another hint that we saw before, that Subaru may be the sin of pride, and we don't know it yet. We've seen hints. Beetlejuice says, are you pride, before? So there is a high chance that he is, one of the sins. He is pride, and that's why, of course, the witch is using him, and she brought him to this world, and is using him as Pride. That's a definitely big possibility that we may see later in the future. That's pretty damn interesting that we see little hints of that every now and then. And I can't wait to see, like, it's probably something that's not going to be shown until way later in another arc, but it's definitely interesting to see them throwing these little things in for potential things in the future. Now, after that whole thing, most of the episode is build up. It's awesome build up, obviously. Just love seeing everyone getting ready, the great speeches that happen in this episode, people finally acknowledging Subaru, like I said, and then of course them finally setting out to go and fight the white whale. We see a bunch of other side characters. We see Mimi, she's definitely cute with her brother. We see that other like huge wolf kind of dude. It's cool to see different types of animals, like they have the land dragons, and then they have like these wolf things, Rigers they call them. And it's just cool to see the different types of characters and different types of people that we'll be seeing. Definitely we've seen some of them, like Mimi, the wolf guy that's in charge of the whole thing, and a couple of the other guys may be like the big things that are going to be fighting this, you know, white whale, because there's a lot of people there. A lot of people are probably going to die. I wonder if they're going to show the fact that like someone dies and then, you know, they'll be like, oh, like they never knew him kind of thing, like the existence thing. That's like, right, once again, like the old man, I'm wondering, is he lying? Is there something going on there? Because literally when the white whale kills someone, it erases them from existence. So I'm not too sure on that point still yet. But yeah, it was just nice to see they had that moment, like I said, with him and Rem at the very end, pretty much making Rem seem like the perfect girl once again. He's crying, tearing up, he's thanking her and everything. It was such a nice and touching moment, literally. That makes me feel like when, like come on, Rem is the best girl. Stop, sorry, stop. I gotta stop with that because I'm just gonna continue on talking about how Rem is the best girl, because literally she is the best girl. Like, come on. But yeah, after that there's a whole talk with the old guy. I can't remember his name, sorry guys, so I'm just gonna call him the old guy. But him talking about his wife, about flowers, about how he became the master swordsman to take away the sword from her, but the sword loved her too much or something like that. So she ended up sticking using the sword, and then she of course ends up dying. But he's happy that he's finally gotten the chance to, you know, get revenge for his wife and everything. They have a little cool fist bump kind of thing, you know. Fist bumps are what men do. Yeah, we got this. And then of course, I love, this is one of my favorite parts of the episode, that ringtone. It created such a good atmosphere at the end, like that. You normally wouldn't feel like that would be a good idea, but it was like, instead of an ending, they had the ringtone used as the music at the end instead, and like just it going off and the white whale coming off gave such an eerie kind of creepy feeling, and like it's time for battle, you know, like, oh no, what the heck. And at first, I'm not even gonna lie, I was kind of scared. I was like, no, they can't do that, right? But I was kind of scared that the white whale wasn't gonna show up and he was gonna look like an idiot and he's gonna have to figure something else out, because maybe now the jealous witch told the white whale to not go there or something. I'm not too sure yet, because if the white whale is attracted to him as well, why doesn't it go to the city or go anywhere else like that? Is it because it's too dangerous, I guess? I'm guessing that's the only thing, but it's pretty interesting on that point of how it attracted to him. But it was just cool to see the ringtone, see the whale fly in the distance, everyone like and then right when Kadushi's about to say charge, you got Subaru and Rem charging, attacking first, and like, yeah, let's go, and everyone's like, follow those fools, let's go, yeah. And that was of course the end of the episode. Another awesome episode that really got me hyped up. Definitely a really good build-up episode, definitely a good episode to pretty much start off, you know, Subaru's back to normal, seeing everyone get ready, seeing him finally learn from his mistakes of before and using them, like the negotiation thing, and using that he knows he cannot do everything by himself, and he's gained all these other people to help him instead. And you know, he's feeling braver, he's feeling not as weak anymore. He's still feeling like he can't do certain things, but he's using his advantage of something else. For example, his, you know, used to pull in the mobbies as a source of tool. He's being smart about what he's doing now, and it's honestly, I cannot wait to see the next episode, because that one's gonna be the big one. That one's gonna be the huge action episode that we're all excited for. The huge hunt for the white whale. What's gonna happen? Are they gonna be able to kill the white whale? Will the witch cultists come as well, more of them, and make it even worse of a fight? I'm not too sure, but I'm excited to see the next episode. Definitely probably going to be a crazy action-packed episode, probably gruesome, and probably, I'm not going to lie, probably going to have so many people die, and I can't wait to see what ends up because of it. What's going to happen after that fact? Will Emilia and everyone be safe? Will this arc end? Will everything finally no longer be horrible for Subaru? I don't know. We're gonna have to wait for the next episode, guys. So that's all I gotta say. Hope you guys enjoy this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you have any like anything you want to talk about, any opinion on any certain thing that I said in this episode, like what do you think may happen in the next episode, feel free to comment below on that as well. I always love to hear the thoughts and opinions of other people as well, and how they felt about the episode and what they think is going to happen in the next one, without of course spoiling if you already read the light novel, you know, because come on, no one wants to be spoiled. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, as always, don't forget to leave a like, and if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, I honestly wish it was next week Sunday already, because literally this episode was awesome. Definitely a good build-up episode, and a lot of times build-up episodes aren't always the best kind of thing, but this one did a good job. Love the ending, love the ringtone, love everything that happened in this episode, and cannot wait for the next one. So yeah, till next time, guys. See ya.